Well, hello, my darlings. I know it's been a little while. We are back with Tormentum Dark Sorrow. I may need to adjust the, sounds and music a little bit. Forgive me. This is your host, Eldritch Mortician. I hope you didn't discount me. I've been busy this holiday season, as I am sure all of you have been. Tonight's wine pairing is one of my personal favorites for just sipping on. It is Cupcake brand Red Velvet. I do prefer the Black Forest, but the little place that I stop at didn't have the Black Forest. So I am working on the Red Velvet, though full disclosure, I've had a bit of brandy beforehand and it was nothing special. I don't even remember the brand. I was over at a friend's place working on doing some board games, which I also enjoy. Maybe I'll expand out to doing some board game streams, I don't know. But for the moment, we are going to continue with Tormentum Dark Sorrow. Oh, yes! I do really like this part. I forgot for a moment that we were in this artist's house. I am a big art geek, as you may have noticed from the last several recordings. And this game really pushes my art geek buttons, being as it is a homage to both Burskinsky. I cannot remember how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry, because he's brilliant. And H.R. Giger, who is, of course, the absolute mastermind who we lost much too soon behind the alien from Aliens and the biomechanical just guru. He's absolutely lovely. Both of those artists are among my favorites. I'm, as I said, a big art geek, and this game just really tweaks my buttons on that front. As we're in the palace of an artist and a blind artist, as you may notice from his blindfold there. This has got a lot of stuff that's going to tweak my buttons, and I'm going to be very happy, particularly since I'm drinking wine. Meow. That does not look like a creature that should meow. I have a hard time saying that I'd turn it out if it was a cold winter day, though. It's kind of cute. I know, I'm weird. Look, cat! We have unexpected visitors. And rather smart, too, wielding the power of code breaking. Since you're already here, please tell me how is life outside the cathedral? We rarely leave these walls, you see. Well, it kind of sucks, and there's kind of a fascist government taking over, and I'm feeling this is a little bit too real right now. The village destroyed. I can see building the sanctuary many years ago was a wise idea. You have lost your memory and hope to regain it by awakening the statue on the hill? I am afraid you are mistaken. Well, fuck. Most who come here seek redemption from their sins. Now, apparently the statue attracts individuals with a deeply rooted conviction of their own evil. Are you any different? I'm not evil, I'm just misunderstood. I'm one of the few who have crossed the gates hidden within the sculpture and returned. Not many believe my tales. Most believe I've gone insane. Okay. Just many, many years ago, I have paid a high price for my recklessness. I've gone completely blind. Yet to this day I struggle to recreate my paintings, what I saw on the other side. I don't know why this guy is gaining a southern accent as I speak, but, you know, I blame wine. I want them to be warnings for people like yourself. Believe me when I say, nothing good will await you when you cross into the other side. Alright, I'm going to take a quick aside here and say that suddenly this guy has become Lil Gideon from Gravity Falls in my head, and I apologize. Nevertheless, to have the passage revealed to you, you must thrust into the statue a sword made of metal from the stars. So, adamantine? Isn't that adamantine? I buried mine a long time ago. You remember where I buried it, Cat? Oh, yes. You weren't even born back then. Dude, that's a cool animal, but that's not a cat. What do you say, Cat? Shall we help him? If my paintings and my words do not discourage you, then I can do nothing more to stop you. I can draw you a sword design that will reveal the gates behind the sculpture. Star metal you'll still need to find on your own. Before I help you, however, I will ask of you a small favor. Take this set of tools and restore 30 of my paintings. Time is slowly consuming them. In exchange for your effort, I will prepare a Star Sword blueprint for you. Alright, we will take these tools. Picked up the repair kit. Lots of work ahead. Whenever you're ready, my cat will show you the way to the paintings and needs a restoration. Don't listen to the old fool. Why bother? I'll just show you the paintings behind which the old man hid the pieces of a Star Sword sketch. Sorry, I had a small startling moment when one of my cats decided to explode. Look at the wall. I marked it with my claws. Ow, there's one tiny detail. I don't know why I'm going with a southern accent for these guys, but it's kind of working for me, so here we go. To get the blueprints, you will need to cut the paintings up, but that's no real loss. Here's a set of knives. Go ahead and use them. The demented old man won't even notice. He's already completely blind. Can hardly hear. Alright, so, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that I am, while not a serious or good artist, I am an artist myself. And I have moral objections to destroying art. So I'm going to go through and restore the paintings that I find most interesting. As you may have gathered already, there is a morality component to this this game, and you can get points either for the dark side or the light side, depending on what decisions you make. Startled deer. Those don't look like deer. Personally, I feel bad about going the evil route. So in this first playthrough, I'm going to the not evil route. So here we're going to be restoring paintings. And we have a lot to choose from, really. I'm primarily going to be restoring the ones that I find most interesting personally. In your own game, if you choose to buy this game and play it, which I do recommend, actually. You might choose differently. But, I just fucking love art. It makes me extremely sad that, it wasn't 2016. Let's go ahead and get out the way. Fuck 2016. But, we have lost both H.R. Giger and, Riskidsky. And, that sucks because they were just fantastic artists that I really enjoyed. You will have to forgive me. I am in a contemplative mood tonight, because, yeah. Fuck 2016. And as you can see, we're not limited to the pictures in there. We can restore whatever paintings that we so desire. And I'm going to choose the ones that I find the most interesting. And since this is going to be tedious, I will regale you with a tale of another game entirely. There's a Japanese, I believe the original was Japanese, role-playing game called Double Cross, which I highly recommend for setting, if not system. In which the character I was playing was an exile Newman. Now, in this game, each of the different types of Double Cross characters have different powers. It's sort of a dark mirror to your typical role-playing game where your characters are special and they get powers. Your powers are the result, in Double Cross, of a virus. The virus wants to take over you. However, in the meantime, it is very invested in your survival. So, when you get the virus, you develop powers. On a side, I like scythes. Impractical, but awesome. Your character that develops powers can have one of several syndromes that will give them special abilities. The ones that I chose personally were Exile and Newman. Exile is one where you can contort and change your body. Newman is intellect. Now, the combination of powers that I took generally would correspond to something like Mr. Fantastic, where you'd have the powers to stretch your body, plus extreme intelligence powers. I chose to go a little different with that. My character's code name was Giger, because she was an artist and chose that code name as sort of an homage to one of her favorite artists. Some of the other powers were also quite interesting. That's a combination that I thought was most interesting, personally. But one could get carried away with said powers. One could get consumed once you got past a certain level of certain threshold of powers. You would be consumed and turn into what was the term? I forget what the monster form was called, but it's a really interesting game, and it's actually a little hard to find recently. But it's got some really neat stuff. Our GM was, I believe, working on... oh, that one's cool. Was working on putting it into a different system. Because the double cross system itself wasn't bad, but we've been more into Cortex Plus and Savage Worlds recently. So also some of these paintings are also reminding me of the board games Mysterium and Dixit. If you have not played either of those, Mysterium is really quite good. I really like it. Though if you play the Ghost in Mysterium, it can be really frustrating when people don't get what you're trying to tell them when you think it's really obvious. Dixit is also really fun. Both of those involve very surreal art. The Mysterium set is, and I've got the expansion, is much darker and more surreal. Not quite Giger-esque or Bersinski-esque as this, but definitely has the dark surreal tone and has a lot of really interesting mechanics, which I like a lot. So those are my two game, like, tabletop / board game recommendations for tonight are Dixit, Mysterium particularly, and Double Cross, which is, depending on your GM, really, really good. I sense as if my works were painted yesterday. Marvelous. You like my paintings now, Cat? My cat is very pleased as well. I think he's probably pissed, but you've deserved your reward. I will draw you the sword design that I kept in my memory. You are still so determined to go there? Be careful. Yeah, I think you're probably pissed off, aren't you? You fool. Well, the trouble. You could just steal the sketch. It'll work just as well. He can't hear us. He's pretty much deaf. Meow. Much as I love cats, they tend to be assholes. Especially, you know, cats with 4 eyes and things that aren't cats at all. I wish you good luck. And be careful. And get the sketch. Oh, yep, we got a sketch. So, let's fuck off. No, I've been yammering about art and painter locks of cathedral lore. He really values his privacy. I know I've been yammering on about art and games quite a bit recently, but to whoever is actually watching this, I highly recommend double cross the artist Berkensky. I honestly cannot pronounce it, and I really feel bad. And H.R. Giger. And now we're going to go through this horrible field of death. Which I feel bad because I feel like I should have prevented this somehow, but... Okay, that's a train, which I don't think we can do anything with. What do we have in our bag? Absolutely nothing! Alright, that's cathedral, which is... yeah, okay, we're done with that. We've got a blueprint for the sword. A bunch of dead fuckers. And there's sorrow in the wind today. Can you feel it? A great battle took place here. We were attacked by knights from the castle, obsessed by the idea of purging us from evil. I've probably mentioned this before, but this is how lawful good turns into chaotic evil. They were aided by someone we once took for a friend. He cast a poisonous frog around our village. That's an image. He cast a poisonous fog around our village, leaving us defenseless against knights. If I'm not mistaken, he belongs to the race of Grey Kari. You can identify them by their large tattered wings. Yeah, we saw one of those fuckers earlier. We didn't give him the fucking egg, though, did we? He probably sold us for a handful of eggs. Still, we were lucky enough to injure him. He couldn't have gone far. Well, let's look and see what we can't find him. That shit's on fire. Please come back if you can't find the Wing Trader's hideout. Keys on the instrument are markings I haven't seen before. Okay, so we need to find the Wing Trader's hideout. Hello again, friend. Soon after you gave me the crown, my assistance was requested. That was to protect Frozen Tears and the castle invaders. The crown turned out to be a worthless piece of metal. I was to gain unlimited power. It was but an empty promise. Legends have played a cruel joke on us. How are you to know? We all make mistakes. That's right, I felt shitty about that earlier. Just in case I haven't mentioned recently, this Let's Play is for mature audiences only, because I tend to curse prolifically and even more when I'm drinking. Oh hey, we can go this way. That's right. Oh hey, we can go up. Oh hey, you motherfucker! We meet again. Fucking Skexy. No, that... You have given me the egg. Should you have given me the egg, none of this would have happened. Would ever happen. I wouldn't have to sell myself to the castle out of hunger. This is all your fault. Oh, fuck you. I'm not sure I should be mad at you. I mean, he's just following his, you know, evolutionary protocols or whatever. No, please, just let me die in peace. I witnessed petty desires leading to great tragedies. Not wasting any more time, I returned to the burning village to report on the results of my search. Have you found the winged traitor? Mr., you know, Innsmouth look guy? Reveal where the Grey Chorus is hiding, or be silent and spare him. Dude, he's dying anyway. There's pretty much no reason. I'm not sure why fish are flying past my thing, but there's pretty much no reason. I mean, I could say, yeah, he's over there on that roof, and they could, like, go over there and yell at him until he dies. But he's gonna die one way or the other, and he's an asshole. He's not gonna learn anything, and it's not gonna do anything. He might as well just, you know, fucking die up there. You're silent, I see. I guess you haven't found him. A winged creature must have escaped. Very well. We'll catch it soon enough. I have some advice for you. The music will show you the way. You're releasing a dove like Roy Batty at the end of Blade Runner. And if you got that reference, I owe you a cookie. Because you're awesome, because that's a really good movie. Alright, so that building is on fire. The Blizzard guy is dying or dead. And we got this thing here. Okay. All right. So I took piano lessons when I was a kid. These are different notes than I was ever led to learn, but you know, I think we can get this. We got 2 of these things, so one. We've got this thing faces the opposite direction of that thing, so it's that one. That thing has a empty doohickey. It's been a really long time since I had piano lessons, but okay, it faces that way, so what's that one? Next one faces that way, and it's also the only really super complex one. So that one. Super complex one again. This one is facing the opposite direction and upside down of that one, so that one. Got the weird head on it, so that one. This one that's facing the opposite direction looks like a murder weapon. And it looks like that's the only one that fits. The one's facing that same direction has the 3 bars and the open circle. And the one that has the open triangle, which is the only open triangle on the entire board. Must have played it in the right order. Yay, me. Got this rune thing. Stone disc. Blah 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 blah. Fire consumes everything. I don't know where to put this plate thing that I got from the piano, or why the piano made this thing happen, but I don't think anything's gonna happen here. Because I don't think we want to brush into the fire. And I don't see any way to put it out because the playing the piano didn't, which really should come as a surprise to nobody. Sorrow on the wind today, blah blah blah. Purging us for evil. Kari, blah blah blah. Couldn't have gone far. Yeah, we've done all that crap. Everyone died and I survived. Fish gave me shelter. Want to know what took place here? A fog came that made your body numb. And from the fog came the night, bringing pain, destruction. I'm gonna go ahead and say that the nights suck. One is empty. Let's cut off the way to the mage's catacombs. The mage doesn't want to see us. What do we have in here? Plate. Alright, we've already done the flowers. We need the blade made. Clearly. Well, that's... I'm not sure how one can read disappointment on that. Sure, whatever. We'll just leave that alone. All right. So let's take stock of what we've got here. Oh, hey, maybe the swordsmith can do something with us. You already have blueprints for the sword, but I still need star metal to forge a blade. The chapel west of the cathedral. Fucking star metal. How am I supposed to get fucking star metal? Right. Okay, I'm gonna say that's cathedral, and we're gonna try to go west of the cathedral. Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that. Okay. It's been a little while. We are going to pause here because now we found our last little challenge here. And I have drunk a fair share. And I'm pretty satisfied with my lot in life. So what we're going to do is save. I hope that you have enjoyed this last little escapade into Tormentum. I promise more and more often, and later, after I finish Tormentum, I'm going to have a little treat for our viewers. We're going to get more interesting with our Let's Plays. So, I hope you have enjoyed this. This is Eldritch Mortician. I have been drinking a lot of stuff, but mainly cupcake red velvet wine. And I hope you enjoy.